Hello again, this is Michael Hubbard, and with my buddy Gary Goodell, and our program Permission Granted to Do Church Differently in the 21st Century. A lot of our thoughts and ideas have come out of some writing that Gary and a friend of his named Graham Cook did called Permission Granted, this book. Great book. I'd encourage you to get it if you're following with us. You can go on Amazon. You can go to our website, thirddaychurches.com. We'd love to share it with you and be a part of our conversation, because we are exploring. And we're both been at this for a while, about 35, 40 years for myself. Gary, you got me beat by a decade.
50 or 60 years,
Yeah, we've been doing this a long time. I think one of the challenges is, I tell pastors, is, just learn from your mistakes. Stay at it long enough so that you can survive your mistakes.
Right.
And if you stay at it, persevere, as the Lord says, you learn how to do things right. You give God a chance to challenge you, change you, prepare you for what He wants to bring into. Because I'm a firm believer that God has a destiny for each of us. And any of our pastor friends out there, or Christians out there, not to be discouraged, that Father's for you. He's a good God. And He really is in the business of redeeming, saving, and bringing us into the fullness of our destiny. And that's really the purpose of the church, right?
Right. Well, I think to begin with, Mike, we have to deal with the possibility that when you're making changes or you're in a transition in your local church, you don't really know what's sacred until you touch it. I feel like we have this Uzzah temptation or Uzzah complex. So when you're touching something in your local church, like worship, like communion.
Did you tell me the story once about the guy that he moved the podium?
Oh, yeah.
And he caught heck for it?
Well, that person was me.
Okay.
I mean, what had happened is I was pastoring a church, and we had a large altar around the front of it, and one of the board members had agreed with me